What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with another market watch today. Guys, before we get to market watch, I just want to say, if you have not played any remote duels whatsoever, check out my video on how to set up remote duels. Also, you might want to get on that as soon as possible. In fact, you might even want to go ahead and start competing in some remote duel events. Lucky for you guys, in my community tab, I posted a link to Grandmaster Games. They have remote duels 7 days a week. I play them personally. I stream it on Twitch. You don't follow me, you click in the description down below. And I think you should really want to get involved as well. I mean, think about it. Coming up soon, we have a new event happening, a more digital event, New York Comic-Con, but more importantly, we have Yu-Gi-Oh events, including Attack of the Giant cards, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Duel Links, if you guys are into that, Speed Duel Construction, which I'm actually looking to I kind of want to play that, the Sacred Beast Structure Deck Tournament, as well as a winner mat, and this winner mat, you can win one of 2 mats, which is kind of cool. So that's for the Comic-Con mat you can go ahead and buy. I'll put all the links down below, by the way. Shop it /YuGiOh. It's $25. That'll be available the day of the Comic-Con. Once again, this is all for the entry, and you get participation packs. You can win pins for Duel Links. Speedle, you get a coin. The structure deck, you win the structure deck mat, which has all 3 of the god / fake gods. I think that's the fake gods. Anyway, also you have the winner mat as well as the extravaganza mat. These are for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote Duel winner mat. So if you're into that and you want to learn how to do remote duels, like I said, I have the video. Click on my community tab to check it out. But the winner mat, I mean, it's a beautiful looking mat, and it's definitely a mat a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! players want to get their hands on. And once again, this is something that will definitely sell easily as well as competitive, more importantly, collector Yu-Gi-Oh! Players would like to grab this for their collection. Obviously, they're not that good at competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! So they're just going to buy it. So these will sell easily, the winner mats, as well as the extravaganza mat, which is something you have an option to get once again. These are the giant cards, and you can only do this by remote dueling. So once again, like I said, if you haven't done remote dueling and you want to see it in action, go over to my Twitch channel, links to me in the description. If you want to do it, go to my community tab. I have a video linked over there, as well as the Discord link to Grandmaster Games. I recommend you guys try it out because I feel like a lot of people are a little bit hesitant, but once you're in it, it's like going in the pool. Once you jump in the pool, one shot, just 100% thrown in the water, you just, for the most part, don't care anymore. Like, that little hesitation is gone. And I feel like that's happening with a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players with remote duels. More and more players every day join, and I think it's important for you to join if you want to win some amazing prizes. This is going to be happening in a couple of weeks, but if you want to go ahead and play right now remote duels, once again, like I said, Grandmaster Games is doing tournaments. That you could get OTS packs that they're going to ship to you. They ship out once the beginning every Wednesday of every month. So you can bank your pack, ship it like that, and yeah, good times. Okay. No, it's not good times for anyone who bought the Winged Dragon Raw at pre-order prices. I mean, this Ghost Red card keeps going down in value. With a $301 market price, the value of the card currently is $294 for this card. I think the value of this card is obviously going to increase as time goes on, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Winged Dragon Raw, Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra is relatively new in stores, so the value of this card is currently going to still go down. When to buy it? I don't know. I mean, are we going to put this card at the same $250 price point that we put the Astro Red Utopia? Maybe. I think one of the best sets, if you are looking to open packs, is going to be Rise of the Duelist, though. Obviously, besides the fact that you could pull the Starlight Rares, which worth insanely high amount of money, Forbidden Droplet, Triple Tactic Talents are both $90. This past weekend we had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event in which it invoked, I think Shadows, more importantly, Dogmatica, won. It was the LCS, LDS, I think it's LDS. Anyway, Nadir Servants currently was used, obviously, as a 3-of in that deck. Of course it is, in any variant. And with a $67 market price, the card actually is almost there $70. They need 3 of these. You need 3 of these if you're looking to play that deck. Not to mention the fact that you're going to need at least 3 Ecclesia, that's about $18. 2 Fleur-de-Lis, they're about $20. And then, of course, a Maximus, 1. Some decks actually cited 2 Maximus as well, which is kind of weird. Then there's Ice Dragon Prisons, another great trap card with a $12 market price. The value of this ultra rare trap card is roughly around $12. You might want to consider picking this card up because that's a really good card as well. As well as a bunch of other cards. There's Durandal if you're looking to play Infernobles, and Show Schism. Also, if you're looking for that Infernoble deck profile, I'm going to have a video coming out later on today on this channel talking about that Infernobles and why I think not only is it the best deck, but it has an advantage over other decks that, well, basically we haven't seen in a very long time in this game. Another card is also Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. This card originally, when it first came out in Rise of Duels, was like $6. Looking at it right now with a $10 market price, the value actually is roughly around $10 to $11. I just own one. That's it. I mean, if you get your hands on one of these, that's all that really matters. Hold this card. This card's really broken. No Material was another card that was seen played throughout this weekend. I think No Materials are in a really interesting spot. I mean, yeah, they get the super rare versions coming at a Megatins $1.50 market price. It's roughly around $1.50 with shipping. Sure, but if you want the secret rare No Material, the higher rarity, $4.50 market price. Actually, 1 second. $4.50 price point. The market price is actually around $12 for this card, as you can see over here. The value's actually kind of undervalued right now. Nobody's really caring about this card, but this card's still really good against a lot of decks. You limit the amount of interaction your opponent can create on their board, and a lot of these tier 1 meta decks are trying to create interaction turn 1. They're trying to pop off turn 1, and when you take a card and you go no material that card, you limit the amount of plays that deck can do. Obviously, limit them out what they can do. That means, and especially if they want to pop off first turn, it means you have an even better chance with one card to slow your opponent down. Because you don't necessarily need to break their board. You just need to slow a lot of these tier 1 combo decks down. Once again, I'm looking at Infernobles, I'm looking at Dragon Links, even to a degree, Eldritch. Or even, if you even want to go more deeper, we could talk about Invoke Dogmatica that, you know, will go like Alistair. Alistair links over to, the Fire Link guy whose name I just Salamander Almirage, and you're like, all right, cool, no more material on that guy. You just, if you can limit the amount of plays your opponent can do, you get put in a better position because they're more than likely going to pass turn, and then you could go off. Unless you get no material. Then we have Joel Lockbird. So this card I've been talking about for such a long time now. And obviously the Ultimate Rare we'll cover in a second is going way higher in value. We know this already though. And there's other variations of Joel Lockbird that are slowly starting to get clean up the market. I mean, even a common coming out of structure decks order the Spellcasters is about $4 in the market. It's about $3-4 with shipping on the market for this card. For a common Joel Lockbird. So obviously when we look at the Ultimate Rare version coming out of OTS 1 Pack 8 with an $82 market price, it's not that. Of course it's not. The card actually is roughly around 82. After that one's gone, you see an 97, and then $100. Once again, this card will peak at $122. Don't be surprised when it does. Don't freak out when it does. But that's the next price point this card is going to be going at. Joel Lockbird is such a good card right now. It just limits the amount of plays a lot of opponents could do. More importantly, it limits the amount of plays Dogmatica, Elic, and Dogmatica, Shadow, Invoke can do. Think about it. Terraforming, Search Magical Meltdown. Cool. Draw Lockbird. What do? They go, pass turn. Whoa, lower your voice there, Tiger. Listen, Draw Lockbird is just a phenomenal card against even a lot of other rogue decks. But against a good deck like tier 1.5, I would say, maybe even tier 1, arguably, Dogmatic, Kushiro, Invoked, Draw Lockbird just shuts that deck down. As well as a lot of other decks. Think about this card also against Dragon Link. They're not going to be able to go ahead and use that Brotor effect because they're going to early on in the play add their Rocket Field spell. You're drawing Lockbird them. Guess what? They're gonna create a board still, but it's gonna be a limited capacity board, enabling you the ability just to go ahead and combo and just win. Also, Gizmica, the Festive Fox of Gadunity. This card's roughly around $6 in the market price. Actually, price listings is still stable, roughly around $6. We saw a lot of this card in a lot of side decks throughout this past weekend, and I don't really know why, and if you guys know, please let me know in the comments down below why is this card needed. But I will say the fact that this card is currently still $6. It's a secret rare coming out of Eternity Code. There's no reprintings out, so if it is really that good, is it worth picking up a playset of? Let me know. Invocation obviously is still extremely expensive. Ultimate Rare Invocation coming out of OTS 1 Pack 6 with a $115 market price. Well, it's calmed down to friend prices, $99. $99 is like, what? I don't know what's gonna happen when Invoked, and every time we get a banner, someone raises a hand and goes, well, Invoke should be hit. And it's really hard to say no because it's been splashed in so many decks. If something's so easily splashable, Konami more than likely ultimately hits it. It just happens. So look at Invocation coming at OTS on Pack 6, and Invoked as an engine, it's probably going to be hit eventually. This banlist, next banlist, it doesn't really matter when. The question is, realistically, well, yeah, when it's going to be hit. So if it does, obviously the value of Ultimate Rare Invocation will go down, as YuGiOh will want to sell this card and get the most amount of money for it before it goes down, and maybe they might consider buying it up again. Look at Invocation right now, it's $99. Do you sell it? I don't know. I have zero idea. If you want to look at the other versions, by the way, I think the lowest is a super rare version coming out, Shadows of Valhalla, which is roughly around, so the listing say 20, market price is 19, so roughly around $20. So that's the lowest, up to a price point of $100. Both insanely high for this card, let's be honest. Then we have Phantom Knight's Fogblade. I don't know what's going on with PK. I don't think they're doing anything. I think this is a good sell. Looking at Phantom Knight's Fogblade of the common version coming out Legendary Duelist, Legendary Hero decks, it's $6. As high as the secret rare version coming out of Battles of Legends, which is around $15, which is the same price point of the ultra rare version coming out of Ring Raiders, which is also $15. So, do you have these? Do you sell them? Kind of want to sell much. I have a place that's secret rare, so I'm debating on selling it. They look so nice as secret rares, but of course not doing anything. Why hold it? That's kind of the weird position the card's in right now. Mech and Phantom Beast Hamstrat. This card has had a $5 market price coming out of the Lord Attack Galaxy as an ultimate rare, and yeah, no, it's not that. You got a mixture of unlimited and first editions being roughly around 15 before that card price point quickly hits around $18 to $20 for Hamstrat. At one point, little fun fact, this card was $1. $1. I'm not joking. It was probably about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was $1, and the card price increased 2,000%. It's pretty good. We also have Infernoble Knights. So like I said, I think Infernoble Knights are the best deck of the format, and they do something not a lot of decks really do. They look at your hand. I mean, think about it. When Konami made that ruling, so whenever your opponent can't check your hand to verify, everyone went crazy. Infernobles not only look at your hand, but at multiple times throughout the game state, take cards out of your hand. And if your opponent can look at your hand, take cards out of your hand, and put negations on the board, can we agree on the fact that you're not really playing Yu-Gi-Oh? You're playing what your opponent thinks allows you to play, okay? And that could be detrimental to the huge game state. Turn 1. Look at Infernoble Knight Renard coming out of Toon Castle with a $24 market price. The value is roughly still around $24. I think it'll remain around $24 because everyone playing Infernobles most likely has the same general conception of the deck. It's probably going to get hit. Same last format, and it didn't get hit. But, I mean, let's be honest. It should get hit. I mean, I like the deck a lot. I'm playing the deck right now, and this deck needs to get hit. Another card that increases the value is Living Fossil coming out Battles of Legends Relentless Revenge. With almost a $5 market price, the value of the secret rare is up to $5. In fact, you don't even have to buy the secret rare. You can get the common version, which came out on Structure Actual Showdown for 21 cents. But yeah, that rarity upgrade, it's going to run you $5. Also, Elric the Golden Lord coming out of Secret Slayers, $150 market price. The value actually kind of going down a little bit. Roughly around 106, but if you want to buy from a verified seller, a Gold Star seller, you're going to pay roughly around $110 for Elric the Golden Lord. Now, that's still a lot of money for this card, but this card is really good. I think the reason why nobody's going crazy over buying this card is because there's a good chance, or maybe even possibly playing it, because there's a good chance this card's going to get reprinted in the new Gold series. And if that is to be the case, the value of Secret Rare Elder the Golden Lord is not staying over $100. This is not even kind of happening. They'll probably go down to like 60, which is still a lot of money, but from 60 to $110, yeah, the incentivization to hold this card and not sell it is, I don't know. Especially when Eldritch, even though I do think they deserve to be tier 1, are not represented as a tier 1 deck. Arguably, this deck is tier 1.5 in any variant. Then we have an Emancipator Researcher coming out of Secret Slayers with a almost $30 market price. Well, the value of the card actually is roughly around 32 to 33. So, let me ask the question. Is Emancipators dead? No, seriously. Are they gone? Because I don't know if they are. I felt like in the beginning of this banless season, I go, well, there goes the Emancipators, puts them to the side. I don't think they're dead, but I don't think they're tier 1. In fact, at best, I think Emancipators, in which I earlier talked about them being tier 2, might move up to tier 1.5. I mean, the deck can still do a lot of plays. The deck can still play around hand traps with you know, by bringing out Quackimero Guardian, and this deck can still go into a Borlo Dragon with extra deck lock, which is still pretty good. The deck still has Granite Golem. In fact, the deck has every other card, just doesn't have Block Dragon. A card in which, let's be honest with you, if you misplayed, you just bring out Block Dragon, and everything is fine in the world. Also, with the nuance adding of Dragoon, in which this deck can obviously and easily play, it kind of gives the deck a huge competitive advantage when playing against any other deck in the Rogue meta. So, let me ask you a question once again. Is Emancipator's gone? Are you just totally looking at them going, they're done? Or do you think they have a chance of becoming a meta deck, at the very least, at tier 1.5? Mind you, we have Elegant at 1.5, we have Dogmatica and Invoke Shadows at 1.5. Is Emancipators 1.5? Or would you put them at tier 2? Comment down below, let me know actually. I'm really interested in to hear that. Exchange was another card played by Shu. If you guys don't know, check him out on Twitch. It is like Sensei Shu, I believe it is. Check him out on Twitch. He's playing this deck. He played this deck at this past weekend, made top 16. And the main card he used was Exchange. The deck I'm talking about, by the way, was Infernobles. It was done by Shu. It's done by Cody Angelov. It's done by Pack Official. Definitely check all of them out on Twitch. Pack Official, probably is my favorite one. I like to watch the other two, but Pack goes into different variations of the combo and really goes deep into it. Shu's really good like that as well. He just true basic takes whatever you know the deck and just apply something new. And in this instance, he added Exchange in his deck, and Exchange is a really old card. I mean, like, really old card, but really good. In fact, at one point throughout the event, Shu was creating his board. His opponent had Dragoon on board. He played Exchange, took his opponent's triple attack his talent, and looked at his opponent's Dragoon and was like, let me know when you're gonna proc it, and then I'm gonna take it and end you, because that card's 4,000 attack at that point. Yeah, he won that game. Look at Exchange. I think the highest version of the card coming out of Eternal Duel of Soul. The video game promo, Prismatic Secret Rare, with a $10 market price, is actually down right now. The card's roughly around $5. $5 for a card that was a promo in Eternal Duel of Soul. I do think that this card has a lot of potential. It's really weird because I feel like this card's always really good in formats in which you and your opponent are packing really good cards. And I think this is one of those formats. Once again, like I said earlier in the video, duel and Lockbird. But let's not also forget the fact that your opponent can play Triple Tactics Talent. Your opponent can play Dark Rule No More. Your opponent can play all these broken cards. And if you just activate Exchange, there's not really any way for them to negate that card. They basically just show you their hand. And if your opponent is holding an Ibiru, or your opponent's holding a Gamma, your opponent's holding anything, just take it and give them some crappy card. So, yeah, this card's definitely a pretty nifty tech idea, especially if you don't want to buy Triple Tactics Talent. This card's really good if you're looking to play any kind of combo deck. You can play Exchange, because even though it's not Triple Tactics Talent, it's still one of those, let me see your hand. Like I said earlier in this video, seeing your opponent's hand is huge. I'll go more into detail on that when I do my Inferno Bud Night deck profile later on this channel. Then we have Ghost Rares. No, seriously, Ghost Rares. Let's talk about them for a second, because I think we can agree that Ring Dragon and Ra, Ghost Rare, Legendary Duels is going to be going down in value. In fact, it's almost a lie seeing it over here above Stardust Dragon, which we know is worth more money. I mean, Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon with a $237 market price. Unlimiteds are at $200. Okay, sure. How much is the first edition version again? Yeah, the first edition version is roughly around $1,200. $1,200. That's a little bit more than a Ghost Rare Ring Dragon Ra. But wait, there's more. I do think Ring Dragon Ra, like I said earlier in this video, will go up higher in value throughout time. That time's not going to be this month, not even this year, probably not even next year. But as I said, Legendary Duelist Rage Rock, it's hard to get. The card will be worth more money. Can it be worth more money than the other Ghost Rares? I don't really know. In fact, looking at Ghost Rares right now, I want to ask you, do you have any of these? Because there's a lot of Ghost Rares that are going to go up in value. More than what they already have already. Ghost Rare prices, if put it on the chart, would be so astronomically high, it would be an insult to all the other cards in the game as far as the amount of an increase in the prices. Ghost Rares have constantly been spiking and will constantly spike as time goes on. Once again, as time goes on, we get newer players, we get more cards, more sets, and then Ghost Rares, besides the fact of Ring Dragon and Ra, will astronomically increase due to the fact that there's not many of them available on the market. Nobody's just opening packs of Dual Chance, Tactical Evolution, Star Trek Blast, and going, oh, another Ghost Rare? I'll just throw it in the market. It's just not happening. So the value of these cards obviously are going to increase. As well as we get more and more collectors, the value of these cards are going to increase as well. So keep an eye out for Ghost Rares. Don't sell them right now. Hold them. Even in Ring Dragon and Ra, you pull it, yeah, you'll sell it for 300, maybe it'll go down to like 200, 250, and you go, oh, I should have sold it. Realize, this card's in it for the long haul. Just like the rest of the Ghost Rares. Ask anybody who's been holding Ghost Rares for a while. They'll tell you, these are all in it for the long haul. And hey, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Your boy V, and you Paisanos, have a great day.